Hey, Shalom, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to say call halal, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakah HaKodash. I want to send double honors to the apostles and the elders, great millstone. I want to send much peace, love, and salutations to you brothers out there pushing the word of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, in sincerity and in truth. It's the brother Ariala. And on this lesson, what I wanted to call it is our own people will come against us first. Our own people, those that are Israelites. They might not know they're Israelites, but you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, those of our people will come against us first. All right, whether it be those that know that they're Israelites or those that don't know. Over the last couple of weeks, brothers have been doing lots of lessons showcasing how people are starting to become even more vocal than even previously on trying to get the Israelite movement stopped. And that's gonna happen, man. That's what the Most High said would happen as we go out there and prophesy and preach the word, because the bulk of our people ain't right. They've completely turned over to the spiritual demon Satan and they worship the image of the beast. This is how we know most of our people, they're gonna take that mark of the beast whenever it comes. But yeah, I was watching a bunch of Elder Manat Zagbar's videos, and it was just like, yep, there we go. There we go, man. So I wanted to start this off with Jeremiah 5. Everybody that knows the story of Jeremiah knows the issues that he had when he was preaching and prophesying that Babylon was going to take down Israel because of our people's wickedness, and how they, the leadership and the people that were listening to the leadership at that time were coming against Jeremiah and what he was saying, to the point of physical harm. And we're going through that same process. There's nothing new under the sun. Now that we're here, we're actually proclaiming the downfall of Babylon the Great. And our people, they don't want to see it. They believe in this place. They love this place. They think that we should make peace and set up in this place. But it's not going to happen. All right. Here, Jeremiah 5:26 says, "For among my people are found wicked men. They lay wait as he that setteth snares. They set a trap. They catch men. As a cage is full of birds, so are their houses full of deceit. Therefore they are become great and waxing rich." And now it says, they are waxing fat, they shine, yea, they overpass the deeds of the wicked. They judge not the cause of the fatherless, yet they prosper. And the right of the needy do they not judge. All right. And so when you see these videos, and I was just looking at these videos from Elder Manata Zagba, he was playing these videos. You see literally these people crying out to everyone to please not listen to the Hebrew Israelites, the black Hebrew Israelites, man. And when you're listening to the points that they're making, they're not spiritual. They don't know any history. They don't know the prophecies. And they're completely Americanized. None of the messages from the prophets were nice towards the nations that they were prophesying against. But now everything is supposed to be watered down and politically correct. You just listen to their voices, you can tell the spirit's not on them, man.
What a beautiful Sabbath today. What a beautiful Sabbath today.
And I guarantee you he can't break down the Sabbath. I guarantee you he can't.
Just want to say, y'all works in mysterious ways. He had two sisters tell me, hey, continue making videos. Just continue. All praise to the Most High. So what I want to say this is,
it's completely friendly, man. Shouldn't need a woman to tell you, man. You should know that the Most High directed your steps to do it, man.
It's talking about who I am and not who Jesus Christ is.
Oh, Lord. Oh, goodness gracious. Doesn't that make you want to throw up just hearing his voice? These are the people, our people are going to be the first ones that demonize us, that want to send us to be locked up, that want us to be killed. It's going to come from the people that's closest to you or people of our nation.
Is not an awakening that I'm interested in. So I'm not attacking any black Hebrew Israelites. I'm not attacking any person. I will discuss the doctrine and the ideology of a particular people or group, but I'm not attacking any particular person. So I want to make sure that that's abundantly clear.
And then when you listen to these people, they don't make any statements that a so-called white man will say about themselves. But it's okay for them to do that. But if you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans happen to come across information, history, and read the prophets, and read the prophecies to see and identify who the Israelites are, and you say, you know what, that is us. That that is linking us. That's us. We've forgotten who we are. We are the Israelites. No, no. But none of these other nations can make any type of crazy claims. Silence. All right. But these are the people, man. And this is just the brother over the last week and a half. Some videos he's done. Look at these people.
I just want to tell you that what you are in, listen to what I'm saying to you right now. Please. What you are in.
You know that the pastor at the church put the hands on him. He fell down and started shaking. You know he's one of those guys. These are our people, man. They're going to come up against us first. They're going to come up against This is what they're going to come up against us first, man. Spike Lee and everybody.
Heritage in West Africa links up to ancient Israel. Ain't no way. When, where, and how did that ever happen?
And we've gone extensively through the history and shown how there are so many different links between, West Africa and Hebrews and Israelites. All you gotta do is check the videos, and this is what happens, man. These people talk all this mess, but they haven't checked out the history. They haven't read the books. They haven't really considered why we say what we say, and taken a serious consideration of what we're saying and why we're saying it. They've simply probably seen some clips on World Star Hip Hop, TikTok, maybe Instagram, and they've created what they think is a counter argument. But they haven't really studied this thing. They haven't really got in it. And then, they'll take a few clips that they see of brothers maybe getting into an altercation with somebody that's walking by talking crap and say that, oh, this is what they do. As if they've never been in a heated argument before. As if they've never had a fight in life. Probably some of these guys, these effeminate guys, they might not have had a fight in their entire life. But when you actually take a real look at it, you can tell that they're hyperbolizing everything. These guys use extreme exaggeration, hyperbole, extravagant exaggeration to describe who we are and what we talk about and what we teach. Because we have hundreds of thousands of videos simply just teaching the scriptures, going through the scriptures, showing you history, taking clips, reading through books, going through dictionaries, going into the concordances and going into the languages, showing you how the prophecy links up Old to New Testament. But they won't honestly take an objective assessment of who and we are and why we say what we say. They simply hyperbolize our position and try to demonize it. Why? The Lord said that this was going to happen. The Lord said that they was going to try to, our people are going to try to set us up. John 16:1 says, these things have I spoken unto you, that ye should not be offended. And we're not offended, because we understand the walk that we're here for, right? They shall put you out of the synagogues. Yea, the time cometh that whosoever killeth you will think that he doeth God's service. All right. And these things will they do unto you, because they have not known the Father nor me. All right. So we see the setup already happening. You got IUIC linking themselves with the Nation of Islam. That's a setup. That's a complete setup. And now you're starting to have more and more of these Christians try to come out the woodworks and utilize our breakdowns and then remix them back into plantation Christianity, as if they've been going through the scriptures. And we've been here this whole time. We've been documenting this thing on YouTube since 2007, Hard Body. So we've seen the changes that have happened to YouTube. We've seen the changes that have happened on the internet. We see the propaganda and them try to narrative shift. And now that this thing has grown so big, Now that you have Israelites in every major city in the United States and all across the world, you have brothers popping up in different nations and countries preaching Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Now they're like, oh snap, we got to control this narrative. So the first thing that we're going to see is our own people, 2/3 of our people from these churches try to, slander our names and come up against us. And we know the scripture said that was going to happen. Now this is in the NLT, 1 Corinthians, the 4th chapter, and in verse 12 it says, "We work warily with our own hands to earn our living." All right. We bless those who curse us. We are patient with those who abuse us. Constantly just producing this work. Constantly just pushing out more and more information. Constantly just preaching this word, growing, dealing with it. Basically having mud being thrown on our name. You know? But what happens? Just keep pushing. Because what do we know? We know that vengeance is of the Lord. We know the Most High is going to correct this thing eventually. We don't have to lash out. These people want to pretend like we're so violent, but we don't have a track record of violence. Who has a major track record of violence? Modern Christians. The Christian church. Linking up with the Roman Catholic Church. But the Protestants as well have a history of genocidal mania. Going across the world in boats, killing people. Setting up institutions that harm people generationally. This is the legacy of the Christians, the so-called Christians, all right, who are not the people that the Lord is coming for. We teach you and show you who the Christians really were. Those were the Israelites that turned to the Lord in defiance of what the temple was saying at that time, all right, who believed the words of John the Baptist and then later on Yahweh Shai and the breakdowns. Those are the real Christians, those scattered Israelites. Those Israelites indeed. All right, verse 13 says, "We appeal gently when evil things are said about us. Yet we are treated like the world's garbage, like everybody's trash, right up to this present moment." And that's what's happened, man. You won't ever see these guys really take a stance, a hardcore stance of what's going on in the Christian world or what the Muslims are doing. But now this dude pleading, please leave this community. And they'll take isolated events that happen every day in all different types of people's lives. Oh, somebody robs a store. Oh, he was an Israelite. Y'all see how the Israelites are? They rob stores. What? What? It's complete hyperbole and slander. This is what these people are going to do. And they're going to increase in this, man. That's why brothers have to be careful with who they deal with online. You have to be very, very mindful, okay, of who you're dealing with. That's why we're very mindful of who we even let in the camp. All right? Because our people are wicked, man. And they can't wait to set us up. They can't wait to set us up, man. You know? This guy actually thinks that he's righteous. Look at him.
Please understand that if you do not turn to the true and living God, I weep for your spirits. The enemy has your minds. The enemy wants to deceive you.
Breaking news. He got breaking news going across the thing. You want to talk about sensationalism. Man, these Christians are completely out of their minds, man. Completely out of their minds. Isaiah 65:2 says, "I have spread out my hands all the day until a rebellious people, which walketh in a way that was not good, after their own thoughts. A people that provoketh me to anger continually to my face." You know, these people actually think we're going to go back to plantation Christianity? Are you out of your freaking mind? Are you completely out of your wits? You are. And these guys follow Jesus and want to say that we're the ones that are deceived. White Jesus. Absolutely insane. They provoke the Most High to anger continually, man. that sacrificeth in gardens and burneth incense upon altars of brick, which remain among the graves, and lodge in monuments, which eat swine's flesh, and broth of abominable things is in their vessels, shrimp, crawfish, swine, catfish. That's what's happening up in them churches, man. It ain't nothing but a reinvented Greek temple where they're worshiping Serapis Christus unknowingly because they don't study. They're nothing but cult dwellers. And what we're doing is preaching the word of actually going into the scriptures, going into the Bible. Christians hate the Bible. You start going into the Bible around a Christian, yeah, just use your words. Don't use the Bible. Use your words. They can't stand what the scriptures say. The Bible offends them. You know? We're actually going through the scriptures and showing our people what the Bible actually says. Did you know it says this? You know it says that? This is what we're supposed to be doing. This is what we're supposed to not be doing. This is what we're preparing for. The prophecy says this. Now, most of the brothers that are in the camps grew up in Christian churches. And by the time they got to the 15, 16, 17 years old, realized, oh, this is a bunch of BS. We're not learning nothing up in here. There's a bunch of games being played, man. Now that's what you're mad, is that right now there is a mass exodus from Christianity. Because people have woken up to that it's just mainly just a bunch of idol worship. Right? Verse 5 says, which say, stand by thyself, come not near me. These are the people that say this. Stand by thyself, come not near to me, for I am holier than thou. For I am holier than thou.
The enemy wants to destroy you that you may not come to everlasting life. I love you so much. You don't even understand. Now,
he'll say that and go eat a plate of pork chops, a pork chop plate. He'll cook it for you too, and feed you death and say he loves you, man, because he doesn't understand or know love. They say they're holier than thou, like they're gonna bring you into righteousness, but they're completely full of ignorance, deceit, lies, rape, robbery, and murder that they got from their enemy. Look what the scripture says. It says, these are a smoke in my nose, a fire that burneth all the day. Behold, it is written before me, I will not keep silence, but will recompense unto their bosom. All right? And that's what we understand. That's what we patiently wait for. That's why when we see these videos, most of the time I laugh at it. Because I know you guys have no power, man. And you're desperate. You're desperate to stop what's happening through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. You can't. And you're making these pleas. And you can't stop it. The Most High is the one set this thing up for our people to wake up to who they really are, man. So we're not tripping, man. We're not tripping. We understand that our people are supposed to come against us like this. The bulk of our people. It actually invigorates us when we see you guys trying to stop what's happening. Because we know we're getting closer and closer to the end. Closer and closer to the end. Matthew 24:8 says, these are all the beginning of sorrows. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. Right? And many false prophets shall rise, and shall deceive many. And that's what we've seen amongst these Christian churches, man. They get in jets and fly across the world lying. And that's what's happened, man. Lies has taken, falsehood has taken over the world through the Christians. Okay? But why do you think the world has dived so deep into decadence and immorality under the Christian watch? It's been a complete failure to life on earth. There is no good fruit that has come out of the Christian church. None. And so now truth is coming out, is springing up. They want to crush it because now that they're afraid. And it's what's so funny is that they really want to usurp the breakdowns. They've been watching all the videos that the apostles and the elders and bishops have been putting up, and the brothers that have been learning and come up. They go and they watch all the videos, get the breakdowns, and then they want to rewrite them. And then when you listen to these people, it don't even feel it doesn't even feel natural. They can't break it down. Why? Because in their breakdowns, they want to save America. In their breakdowns, they want to preserve their church that's condemned. So it doesn't fit the prophecies. Okay? And people will understand it. Well, it's the deep state. No, it's you Edomites. In general. Okay? Edomites. Now, the heads of the Edomites is what's running everything. And of course, they're going to go down. But the whole Edomite nation. Most High judges nations, man. There's no such thing as black people. There's no such thing as white people. There's biblical nations that will be judged in a certain way. You ain't going to be able to stop it. Okay? So then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another, and many false prophets shall rise, and shall deceive many. And because iniquity shall abound, that's what's happened underneath the Christian, Western, American, Edomite watch. That's what's happened. All right? Iniquity has abounded. Now you got transformers, more than meets the eyes, walking all across the world, promoted on TV and advertisements. They having satanic rituals in the Olympic Games. You think the Most High's with that? You think he's with that? This is under Christian watch, man. Okay? The love of many shall wax cold. Everybody's dog eat dog mentality in this place. And they justify it. They even justify it in the Christian church. Prophet preaching. All right? But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. And the gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. And that's what's happening. And that's why you're seeing these guys scrambling. The first of the people that's going to come against us is going to be our own people. They're going to say, they're going to point the finger at us. So-called white man, get him, white man, please. Just like they did back in the ancient world. Just like they did back then. Ain't nothing new under the sun, man. We understand this. Okay? And IUIC is going to be a part of it, too. IUIC is going to be a part of trying to wrangle up the Israelite groups. They're going to have their sheriff badge on, saying he's a naughty Israelite group, that's a naughty Israelite group, that's a naughty Israelite group. Get them. And all of y'all that made fun of us for not having buildings and formal organizations, good luck trying to wrangle up Great Millstone. Good luck. You know, y'all think y'all gonna come against Apostle Har and get him hemmed up. The Spirit ain't gonna work with y'all. Because that ain't gonna do nothing but inflame the Spirit overall. They ain't gonna do nothing but turn it up. But we see it, man, that we've been prophesying this through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Acts 6 and 9, I'll close out with this one. And this is also in the NLT. It says, but one day some men from the synagogue of freed slaves, as it was called, started to debate with him, talking about Stephen. So when you read this, but this is talking about Stephen. Now you read this, you're going to see the connection. Ain't nothing new under the sun. As it was called, started to debate with him. And they were Jews from Cyrene, Alexandria, Sicilia, and the province of Asia. None of them could stand against the wisdom and the spirit of which Stephen spoke. So they persuaded some men to lie about Stephen, saying, we heard him blaspheme Moses and even the Most High. This roused the people, the elders, and the teachers of religious law. Right? So they arrested Stephen and brought him before the high council. The lying witnesses said, this man is always speaking against the holy temple and against the law of Moses. We have heard him say that this Yahushua of Nazareth will destroy the temple and change the custom of Moses handed down to us. At this point, everyone in the high council stared at Stephen because his face became as bright as angels. And in like manner, you're going to have all these people lying, slandering, using hyperbolic speech, saying that what we do, they rape, they grape, they grape, they want to be PDF files. All right, they want to kill all white people. Right? They're murderers. Meanwhile, no crimes are being committed. Nobody's being harmed. No, none of that stuff is actually happening. Brothers are just preaching and going through the scriptures. All this stuff of these slanders and these things like that, you're gonna see come from our own people, man. Those that call themselves Israelites, and the other heathens. And Jake that's into these heathenistic customs, these other Greeks, Roman Negroes, these Americanized Greco-Roman Negroes. Okay? That's what you're going to see, man. But hey, the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua said, hey, this had to happen and then the end will come. These things are a part of the program. Most High is going to protect us on this go around. We trust that. That's why we boldly go out there and continue to preach and push this word. Okay? But yeah, man, the brother did a series of videos kind of dealing with these individuals. You can go and watch the GMS South Carolina 08. Everybody knows that beloved brother. But if you don't know, go check it out, man. He's been having these things categorized over the last week, as you can see. So with that, man, I want to say, call halal Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem Rakar Kodash. Double honors once again to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Much peace, love, and salutations to Yakim out there pushing the word of Yahweh, Hashem Yahushua, sincerely and true. Shalom.